Hello. First, hi kimono. Alright, I hope my audio's okay. If it's not, let me know. We continue. So they refused? Yes. I got a call from the local government section. The Child Consultation Center has no intention of listening to us. They're still trying to do what they can, but we don't have much time. I even told them that we have no time to spare. The mayor came to the school before noon to explain to us what went down with the officials. We'd all gathered in the teacher's office to meet with him. Wow. I don't know the head of the center personally, but he's a pretty tough guy to go against the will of Hinamizawa. He used to work for the prefecture, so he's not familiar with the town council here. He's not treating this like it's a big deal. He's kind of stupid. This isn't any ordinary village he's up against. This is Hinamizawa.
What a sad guy.
We'll just have to fight then. I spoke with the other council members, and we all agreed that we can't stay quiet anymore. After all, we can't just nod our heads in defeat and back down after I put our name out there.
We'll be heading to the consultation center after this ourselves.
Okay, I'll get right on arranging for the town council to send some people too. I'm about to go consult Oryo-san on how to handle this. This isn't like with the dam conflict, though. It's an ordinary Saturday. Isn't it going to be difficult to get people to go? Don't worry, Ketchan. This isn't a city. People are out there farming every day of the week. Whether it's a Saturday or a Tuesday doesn't really matter to them. It won't be that difficult to find people who are willing to help out. I see. I tend to think of adults as people who work at big companies. But this is Hinamizawa. I almost forgot about that. The regular government offices usually close at noon on Saturdays, but the Child Consultation Center is open until 3 p.m. Can we all be there at 1? I can't promise you how many people I'll be able to bring along, though. It doesn't matter how many people we get as long as we get people. Thank you for your help. I'm so glad that more adults are involved now. Yeah, this is going to make a huge difference.
The number of people we get will depend on what Oryo says.
That's true. We'll see how serious she is about helping us based on how many people show up. If the Hagzen is a good mood as my mother says, then we might get about 30 people. From both the staff and the youth group. I think that's a fair guess.
30 adults plus 10 children. It sounds better than yesterday.
I'm coming too. I'll bring my megaphone. Yes! Your legendary megaphone. I thought it was broken. That's the one I used to have. The riot squad broke it. Ah, the memories. I can feel the spirit of Onigafuchi making my blood boil. It seems like we're going to be holding a festival on the day before Watanagashi too. To the consultation center.
I wonder if they're still going to tell us that there's no evidence of abuse just because she hasn't admitted to it yet.
That's pretty likely. How are things on your end, Rika-chan? Were you able to persuade Satoko to seek help?
I did my best. It's all up to her now.
I wish Satoko would stop being so stubborn. Sis, there are both times one should and shouldn't be stubborn. I can understand how Satoko must feel. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
She might not want any help from us, but we wouldn't be her real friends if we couldn't see how scared she is.
I agree. It'd be easy if Satoko asked us for help, but it'd be too late if we were to wait for that to happen.
If there's a child in the middle of a busy street, you pull her to the sidewalk before talking to her. Sometimes actions have to come before words. Right. That's a good example. We have to pull her back to the sidewalk first.
I've heard what's going on. Now let's all get back to the classroom and start homeroom. Go home and eat your lunches before you go to the child consultation center, okay? It's not good to skip meals. Dang, they have to study on Saturday too. Rough. At this point, everyone was thinking there wouldn't really be 30 adults there to support us. However, we were wrong. I had no idea how serious Hinamizawa can get. By the time I get there with my 10 classmates, the quiet atmosphere around the library had completely disappeared.
Oh my goodness! Are these all people from Hinamizawa?
Not just Hinamizawa, I see some people from Okinomiya too. You're right, some of them are even here in their work uniforms. What an incredible sight!
Looks like Oreo got really serious.
Apparently, this is really like the old times. How I've missed the way I felt during the damn conflict. Hey! What's going on today? Hey, Kameda-kun. Well, I just called on the whole village to come here. I thought you'd only be able to get kids. How'd you get all these adults here, too? You're making me weak in the knees, man. Whoa, there's so many working adults around. Little girls are mankind's greatest treasure. Of course this many of our comrades would gather here. Not only had many people shown up, but many different kinds of people, too. I wonder how many people there are.
I think there's well over 100 so far. More people are still on their way, too.
Maebara-san, I'm sorry for being late. What an amazing crowd you've got together. So this is the power of Onigafuchi. I'd heard about this power before, but this is something else. This is reminding me more and more of the dam conflict. To get this many people to show up. Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. You're the new face of Hinamizawa. Keiichi-kun, there sure are a lot of them, eh? Kimiyoshi-san, how many people did you talk to? I'm not quite sure. We just used the phone list and asked people to gather for a meeting of the Onigafuchi Guardians. Everyone left work and came right here. Hey, you there. This movement is an initiative of the town council, so don't use a banner with the name of the Onigafuchi Guardians on it, okay?
Be Keiichi-kun's father. Hello.
Hello, Rena-chan. Keiichi, I'm here to support you. Your mom wanted to come here too, but she had to stay home and wait for a phone call. She says to do your best and keep at it. I will, thank you. I've heard the stories about the dam conflict, but this is impressive. You're representing all of these people, right? Yeah. I was only representing 5 of us in the beginning, but it's grown so big now that I don't care if there's 100 or 1,000 people here. No matter what, I'll do everything I can to save my friend.
Keiichi, this is it.
Yup. Our force of arms is more than enough. Those losers are peeping at us through the curtains right now. They must be quaking in their boots. Sir, do you see all those people? What shall we do? There's nothing to do, other than our jobs, of course. If they wanna protest, let them. I need to leave for a business trip now, so you can handle them. But there's a banner that says we want to talk with the head of the office. See? That banner was the same one that the Onigafuchi Guardians had used in the past. They brought along as many banners as they could reuse. This one said, the head of the office, but originally it meant the head of the construction office. Of course, the head of the Child Consultation Center didn't know about that. You spoke with 3 of those representatives the other day. According to the people from the city hall, these Hinamizawans have a good memory. If they see you walking outside to the parking lot, they'll recognize your face. Sir, there are some people protesting by the back door, too. What do you mean? Are they going to kidnap me or something? During the dam conflict, it wasn't uncommon for people to get injured. If you could postpone your business trip, I'd recommend you do so. I guess that would be for the best. It's not an emergency, so I'll just stay here for today. In the next moment, the crackling noise of a speaker echoed outside. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? This is the Hinamizawa Town Council. We're sorry for causing trouble in the neighborhood. Testing, testing. They were adjusting the output of the speakers. A few trucks carrying those speakers were parked outside. The head of the consultation center finally realized in that moment what it really meant to fight against the village of Hinamizawa. There are so many people out there. They might barge in at any minute. If they come inside, they'll disturb our work. Don't let them in. It was half an hour past the appointed assembly time. The mayor told me that there were still a few more people on their way. Even more people are going to show up? Rena counted up all of the people here already and found that there were more than 150 of them. I really doubt we could get this many to come back by Monday afternoon. Hopefully we can finish this today. Alright, Keiichi-kun, let's begin. The mayor gave me the green light. He wanted us to chant our slogan in chorus before going inside. It really was like a real protest.
Mi-chan, do you think all of us can fit inside that tiny office? Do you think so?
Of course we can't all fit. We'll split up into those who can go in and those spilling out. That's why we had everyone start chanting together before we go in. Sis, you can't break or kick anything today. Like I'd ever do something like that. You got me in so much trouble when you pretended to be me doing all of that. Hey, isn't that Oishi-san? I didn't expect to see him here. Of course, he's my mahjong friend. He came here to support me, even though he's not from Hinamizawa. Maebara-san, hello there. Oishi-san, you're here right on time. We're getting ready to go inside right now. Oishi was accompanied by a few of his own men. He brought along 4 police officers in uniform. Maebara-san, I need to have a little chat with you. Oh, hello there, Mayor Kimiyoshi. Hello, Oishi-san. What brings you here? I need to have a talk with the two of you right now. May I? Oh, and can it be in private, please? What do you need from us? Well, you're on government property here. Obstructing it for any given reason is prohibited. I was really taken aback. I thought we were just getting started, but Oishi-san, and by that I mean the police, are telling me to break up the crowd. What do you mean? The government isn't going to listen to the voice of its citizens? Look, we're not doing anything wrong. We're here to ask them to help Satoko. Why is that such a bad thing? You're protesting here without permission, for one. Also, there's a policy at this child consultation center, which allows the caretaker of the building to dismiss any client when he feels that they are disrupting their service. The caretaker of the building? Who is that? Well, that would be the head of the office here. What a cheap trick! He won't even let us speak our minds? Where are we supposed to protest, then? If we have to get off the property, can we do it across the road? If you want to use public roads, you have to get permission from the Public Safety Department first. You'll have to contact them through the police. In other words, you have no choice but to disband for today. My, Maebara-san. It seems they really do hate you. This is ridiculous. I don't believe this. We have so many people here in support of Satoko, and you're saying we can't even talk to them? My friends soon all came running over. Oishi-san explained the situation to them, and they reacted exactly the same way I did. No way! That's horrible!
No matter what we say to them, all they do is jot down the amount of people in the group. That's why we brought lots of people here today.
But they do have the right to refuse us. There's nothing we can do about that. We have to either listen to the police or disregard what they say entirely. Nah, the damn conflict's been over for a while. I don't want to play that game anymore. Dang it! What are we going to do then? Do we just have to leave and come back later? The same thing will happen when we do. They'll just call the police again. The head of the consultation center has no intention of letting us in there ever again. We must have really upset him.
So what are we going to do now?
We'll just have to be patient. If we can't protest on their property, we'll just have to do it from across the road. Seeing that every day will put a lot of pressure on them. That's going to take way too long. The government is like the Yakuza. It'll get more complicated if we keep making them mad. So even the Onikafuchi Guardians can't do anything about this? How pathetic. Can't you do something about this, Uncle? Shion-chan, in a battle like this, you have to be patient. They're refusing us so blatantly, just like the construction office did in the dam conflict. So we'll just have to surround them and dig in for a prolonged fight. But that's not going to work. There are so many people here. I was supposed to end this today. Satoko didn't come to school again today. Her uncle called and claimed that her cold had resurfaced. He promised that she'd be back on Monday. But hearing that wasn't any relief to us. Today is Saturday, so there's 2 more days until then. Nothing is guaranteed for Satoko. In the world I imagined, it was too late to save Satoko by the day before Watanagashi. The Satoko in real life hadn't gotten to that point yet. But nothing guarantees that she'll still be fine in just 2 days. I don't know if she'll still be sane the next time we see her. So this is going to be a stalemate. Do we really have to wait until they make their final decision?
No, Keiichi-kun. We have no time to waste for Satoko-chan. I just know that something bad is going to happen. We got help from this many people, yet we can't even go inside the building.
Rika-chan said that with tears in her eyes. Dang it, dang it, dang it! I told Rika-chan that I could defeat anything if I put my mind to it. I don't want to give up here. Even a few days ago, we never imagined that we'd get this many supporters. We got approval from the town council and even from Mion's grandma. What else am I supposed to do? What can we do to make our wish come true? Is there something we haven't done yet? Dang it! Rika-chan, you don't have to look so sad.
Me?
We're doing everything we can. You believe that, right? Yeah, I believe we did everything we can do. And we just have to wait for the wind to come. We just have to wait. I'm sure that a strong wind is on its way. When is that? Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Satoko was sleeping like the dead. If he didn't send her to school, that annoying teacher might come to harass him again. He really wanted her to go to school today. However, no matter how much he forced her to wake up, she collapsed and went back to sleep. He touched her forehead and realized that she had a high fever. If he sent her to school like that, they might say something about it. He had no choice but to call the school and tell them that she's sick again. Chie asked him many questions, but Teppei told her that she really was sick this time. 1 hour later, he realized he had said something that he shouldn't have to the teacher. Ever since he took Satoko in, there had been nothing but trouble. The teacher came to visit him the day after he took her. He received calls every so often, too. They were all from the Child Consultation Center. Every single one of them told him to put Satoko on the phone. Teppei was still certain that Satoko wouldn't give him up, because of her fear that he'd destroy Satoshi's room if he did. However, he wasn't sure how long she'd keep her silence. In short, Teppei had no idea whether or not Satoko would continue to do as she was told. The only thing he knew for absolute certain was that he couldn't control her forever with fear alone. He could frighten her with just a look, but that fear wouldn't last for a very long time. He wanted to leave the house before Satoko got him in trouble. But in order to do that, he needed to find the bank book as soon as possible. Satoko was sleeping like an abandoned kitten inside of a wrinkled blanket. She was sweating heavily and breathing deeply. Both were signs of a very high fever. Teppei wasn't concerned in the least, of course. Instead, he felt that this was his chance. In that state, she wouldn't notice if he went into Satoshi's room. Why didn't he just go when she was in school? My guy, just do it when she's not in the house. He promised her that he wouldn't mess around in there as long as she stayed obedient to him. In reality, he went inside Satoshi's room while Satoko was at school, but he was very careful about putting everything back into place. Okay, I stand corrected. However, by this point, he'd had enough. He was anxious to leave as soon as he could. Even Teppei could tell that Satoko's fever wasn't from a cold, but from emotional distress. If she got even sicker, it would cause even more trouble for him. He slowly crept up the stairs, heading for Satoshi's room. He tried to open the door slowly, but it was stuck on something. He assumed he just hit the furniture with the door, but in the next moment, crash! He heard the loud noise of falling metal. Something had been stuck behind the door, and it had knocked over something on the bookshelf. Teppei clicked his tongue. He'd been planning to sneak into Satoshi's room while Satoko was asleep. And shortly after that, he heard Satoko running up the stairs. She wasn't running just because she heard a noise. She was running because she heard a noise from Satoshi's room, and that meant that Teppei was trying to get inside it.
Stop! Stop! Don't go inside Nini's room.
Ah, crap. I was just gonna look around for a minute. No luck. All I need is some cash. I know there's a bank book inside his room. I know that you hid it in there. Be a good girl and tell me where it is.
I don't know anything about a bank book. It's not inside Nini's room. Don't mess around in there. Leave it alone until he comes home. Nini! Nini!
Shut up! Satoko let out a dull cry as she went rolling across the floor. Satoko's screams echoed around the room. Hitting her would leave a mark, and the Child Consultation Center would harass him and maybe more than that. As a man of violence, it was already stressful enough to be warned not to hit her. But once he hit her on impulse, like he just did, his restraint was all gone. Satoko was crying and holding her left cheek. She might have suffered a cut on the inside of it when he punched her. She had bloody drool trickling out of the corner of her mouth. Crap. That did it. The center's gonna be back here next week. I'm gonna be in real crap if it's still swollen by then. Dang it! This is more trouble than it's worth. Quit it with the Nini already. Are you supposed to be a broken record or something? Can it? Teppei kicked her and she curled up on the floor. Ever since Rina had abandoned him, nothing good had happened at all. All he got was a whiny little girl. All she could do was cook and clean. Other than that, she just acts scared all the time. Once Satoko started crying like an infant, Teppei also lost his mind. I said shut up! Did you hear me? Who are you whining to? Dang it, dang it, dang it! Oh, Ishi-san, will you please leave us alone for today? Satoko is in danger as we speak! Hey now, if you touch me, I can arrest you for obstructing the law. Dang it!
Stop it, Ketchan. He's just trying to piss you off. Hey, old man. You won't live long with that kind of attitude.
Oh, now I'm scared. If you keep on talking to me like that, I'll arrest you for threatening an officer.
Calm down, Kichi-kun. He's on our side.
What? What are you saying, Rena?
Can't you see? He's being nice to you right now. He's saying these things because he's a policeman, but I think he's still on your side. If he really wanted to make us leave, he wouldn't be talking to us like this. He'd simply use force.
But he's still blocking our way right now. How could he still be on our side?
Oh, Ishi-san, you got a call in the cruiser from the chief. Oh, thanks. I've got to go for now. Start vacating the area, please. If you take another step forward, I'll see it as a declaration of war. Got it memorized?
Dang it!
Hello? Oh, Ishi's here. Reading you loud and clear.
Oh, Ishi-san, how's the situation there?
It's fine. Everyone's being perfectly reasonable. There are quite a lot of people here, so it's taking time to break them up.
Really? We're still getting calls from the Child Consultation Center. They're wondering when you can get them out of there.
They'll leave soon. I've already spoken to the leader. It's taking time for him to explain it to his people. If they call again, tell them to wait for a little bit.
I heard that the Onikafuchi Guardians are back in action, but it seems like it's not getting too messy this time.
Yes, yes. The damn conflict has been over for a long time. Just give them a little bit to pack up and leave.
Oh, Ishi-san, how could you lie to him like that? You haven't made any progress in persuading the leader yet.
Nah, ha, ha, ha. Now. Was that really a lie?
The chief warned us that this could turn into a riot. I think we should call for help and shut this down before anything happens.
Kuma-chan, Don't be mean. Excuse me? He got this many people together in order to help his friend. That's no small feat, you know. The whole village is here, and that means he persuaded Oryo Sonozaki. It wouldn't be easy for a young boy like him to persuade the Empress. You think Oryo Sonozaki is backing this crowd? The girl they're trying to help is Satoko Hojo, the daughter of the dam supporters. It's hard to believe that the villagers would be trying to save her. There was a thick wall between them and the Hojo family, but he broke that wall down in just a few days. Actually, I've been following his progress up to this point. I saw him at their Watanagashi planning meeting. He's a courageous boy. The elder screamed and yelled at him, but he wasn't scared at all. He magnificently brought them over to his side. After that, they told him that they'd support him if he could also persuade Oryo. Since he's here today, he apparently also succeeded at doing that. He's going to be someone big one day. You should probably get close to him while you still can. If he makes it there. I knew it. You were taking it easy today. You're normally very direct, so I was surprised when you started negotiating with him. I want to see Maebara-san earn a little credit today. Oh, she said something that he shouldn't say as a policeman. Kumagai had to struggle to understand what he meant. Giving Ooishi a thin smile, he asked him a question. Do you want to leave without disbanding them? Nah, we don't need to treat them special. You don't know anything about the Onifuji Guardians. You and Maebara-san both. They're not as weak as you think. You'll see. You want to wait and see what they'll do, huh? As usual, we're doing a thankless job. Want a cigarette? Kumagai accepted the offer, taking a cigarette from Ooishi's hand. In the next moment, 2 black vehicles stopped short in front of the building, their brakes screaming under the stress. There they come. Look closely, Kuma-chan. Several men wearing well-tailored suits emerged from the vehicles. Some of them looked like muscle-headed gangsters, and some of them more resembled intelligent businessmen. There was a clearly overbearing old man in a hakama with a crest, and what looked like a whole circle of Yakuza leaders arrived after him. Is Keiji Maebara present? Where is he? I'm Keiji Maebara. How may I help you? Don't worry. We're on your side. Who are you exactly? Oh! Hey, Uncle! Why are you here? I can't believe he actually showed up! Shion and Mion's surprised reactions made me feel nervous. Keiichi-kun, you're the leader here. There's no need to hesitate. Let's go. The group of men clapped me on the shoulders. But I can't go. The police are here. Alright, stop right there, boys. I'm Ooishi from the Okinomiya PD. Good afternoon. Where are you all heading? Who do you think you are? How could you stop the law-abiding citizens from conducting a protest? Well, Sonozaki-sensei, we're here because the Child Consultation Center called us here. Sonozaki-sensei? Is he a teacher from some school? Wait, no. I don't have time to joke around. This man in a hakama must be the Sonozaki family's representative on the prefectural assembly. I heard that he's a really scary guy when he raises his voice, just like Mion's grandma. Shut up! Get away! Who gave you orders to get in their way? Nah, ha, ha, ha. The chief of police ordered us here. I can't disobey him, you know. The Okinomiya police chief. He's going to hear some real complaints from me later. Tell him to be ready. Ooishi's partner was doing his best not to laugh. Okay. I'll relay that message to him. Anyway, there are rules in this city. Like how the caretaker of a building can order people to vacate their property, if he thinks they can cause trouble for his business. As Ooishi explained in a strange half-troubled and half-delighted manner, one of the intelligent-looking guys started talking instead of the representative Sonozaki. Hello, I'm the attorney Sonozaki from the Sonozaki Law Consultancy Office. I went over the laws that apply to the Child Consultation Center. Their claim is unjust, and it could be considered as an abuse of their official authority. Here is a copy of the regulations. Furthermore, Keiichi Maebara-san is the appointed leader of the Hinamizawa Unified Council. This is the power of attorney issued by the council. The Hinamizawa Unified Council is a Good Samaritan organization of citizens formed under the observation of the Shishibone local government section. That makes him a proper representative of the organization, and he went through the proper channels. Rejecting his appeal is clear abuse of authority, and violates the municipal public servant regulations. Therefore, the order made by the head of the Child Consultation Center is unlawful, and if the police continue to interfere with this movement, then... Okay. I understand. My apologies. Well then, you can carry on, everyone. That's what you should have said from the beginning. Let's go, Keiichi-kun. Wait, you might be disrupting their business if everyone goes inside. Don't worry, only the representatives are going in. Is even that going to interrupt their business? With 4 couches in the visitors' room, I assume they can easily hold 10 people in there. Nah, I guess you know better. Please, go. Go on ahead, then. Maebara-kun, let's go. Nobody's going to stop us now. Oh, yes, sir. Hey, Rena, Mion, Shion, Rika-chan, we're going in.
Yeah, let's go.
Is this all part of Orio's plan?
Probably. I didn't think she'd talk to these guys, too. No matter how you look at it, it's the Sonozaki family giving us the most support. I wonder what made the hag change her mind.
I'm not surprised at all. I always believed that Mi-chan's grandma would help us.
Really? I said some nasty things to her last night, but right now I could kiss her.
All right, everyone. We're going inside.
Yeah! The crowd cheers. The main event is about to begin. Maebara-san, please save Hojo-san.
Help rescue Satoko-chan.
Hey, Maebara boy, good luck. This is your show. We wish you luck. Angel-Board Grenadiers, secure the path of retreat. Support the charge. Kay, show us what you got. I will. I'm going to get them. Maebara-san, we'll wait for you here. We all look forward to hearing the good news. Yes, bring us good news. I'll be waiting for you too. I pumped my fist in the air in response to their high expectations. We entered the Child Consultation Center, backed by the power of the Sonozaki family. I finally made it! It was cool inside the building, unlike the outside world. I could still hear the crowd, but at a lower volume. It was loud enough to hear their cheers. The staff in the building must have known who we were. They tried to concentrate on their work as if they didn't see us. Hello, sir. How may I help you today? I'm Maebara Keiichi. I'm here to request that Satoko Hojo be put under protection immediately. Just go and get the person in charge here. A representative of the Hinamizawa Town Council is here to see him. He's unable to see you at this time. I will take a message for him. Hello, I'm a lawyer from the Sonozaki Law Consultancy Office. For the purpose of its future use, I will be recording our conversation from this point forward. We would like to be treated responsibly by the Child Consultation Center. I will try and see if he's available. Please wait for a moment. Harayama-kun, it's been a while. Representative Sonozaki, how have you been? I'm here today as a member of the Hinamizawa Town Council. May I see the head of the office, please? Of course. Hey, you. Take them to the reception area inside the boss's room and serve them some tea. I guess the power of a representative can really get public officials moving. I heard that there are both prefectural and municipal representatives in the Sonozaki family. We have the power of both of them today. And that means we have nothing to fear. We were inside his office, but the head of the office wasn't to be found. I'm sure he's somewhere in this building. All the exits are blocked. There's no way he could escape from us. He better not be thinking that he can hide from us all day. The head of the office, in fact, was peeping out through the blinds of the meeting room on the second floor. He was shaking in fear. Why are they inside the building? What are the police doing? Well, actually, both the prefectural and municipal Sonozaki representatives are here. They have a lawyer with them, too. They're asking for an answer, but only management has the authority to respond. Okay, I've got it. Today's Saturday. It's nearly 3, right? I'll just stay here until then. Have them leave after we close up. Meanwhile, I'll talk with the municipal manager about what to do next. I thought he told you to concede. He said something about a town council. I was expecting a bunch of neighborly old men. I never thought I'd see representatives and lawyers and yakuza. Who would have thought there would be 200 people out there? Well, that's Hinamizawa. Anyway, the office is closing in 10 minutes. I'm sure they'll threaten me if I meet with them. But I'm not going to concede. That's my duty as a civil servant. I've been working for the government for 40 years, and I'm not ashamed to boast about that. I'll never compromise just because some gangster threatens me. In the next moment, the phone in the conference room rang loudly. The head of the office nearly jumped out of his skin. Scared even of the phone, he told the manager to tell whoever it was that he wasn't there. Hello, this is Harayama. Oh, thank you. I'll let him know. Sir, it's the municipality calling. Hello. I'm in deep trouble. There are about 200 people surrounding the consultation center right now. They even have representatives on their side. What should I do? I did tell you this would happen. But it's your job as a municipal government to control trouble within the town councils. Do something about this. It's your sworn duty to take care of this. That's not our job. Our job is to support the growth of the local communities of the region, and I don't care. Can't you do something about this? At this point, you have no choice but to accept their request. I think you should stop being so stubborn about policy. A government is there for its citizens, isn't that right? Can't you just peacefully accept their appeal? You're an official too, aren't you? How dare you take the side of the town council? I'm not going to concede. I'm going to follow the regulations. A civil servant's duty is to conduct business impartially. I've never broken that rule in my entire career. I passed the administrator's exam because I always follow the rules. Well, it's your decision. We'll do our best to help. But I told you, didn't I? I know I did. I know I told you not to get them upset. Fine. Then I won't ask for your help anymore. I'm hanging up the phone. Click. Sir, even if you manage to get away from them today, they'll come back on Monday. What are you going to do then? I'm sure that the mayor knows about this by now. This will definitely come up at the weekly meeting. I haven't done anything that would upset the mayor. No matter what he says to me, that's what I'll tell him. Eek! The phone rang once again. Also, once again, the head of the office trembled in fear. The manager had to reluctantly pick up the phone. Yes. Eh? Can you transfer it here? Yes, this is the right office. One moment, please. Sir, you have a call from the City Hall. City Hall? Not the municipal offices? Who is it now? It's the mayor. My guy is in trouble. Yes, that's right. They're members of the town council in Hinamizawa. Yes, I understand. Please listen to what they have to say. Now that's not true. It's important to be impartial and unbiased, but you must act according to the occasion. Yes, please do so. After you're done, please come to the mayor's office and give me your report. I expect you by 6 p.m. Thank you very much. The man spoke with a gentle demeanor, but in a tone that didn't allow objection. Then the elderly man in the double suit set the receiver down. Thank you for that. Oreo was sitting on the couch in the reception area. Akane was there with her too. Not a problem. It's been a while since you visited City Hall. I was surprised to see you here today. Sorry for the surprise. If I'm going to ask someone a favor, I want to see them in person. Thank you, really. It's no problem at all. I'm sorry that our staff were so impolite. I should have taught them better. Maintaining a good relationship between municipal governments and town councils is vital. So he says. However, the mayor couldn't believe that Empress Sonozaki came all the way to see him just to save one little girl. It's a huge deal when Oreo Sonozaki comes directly to his office. It's also unusual for her to do things indirectly to begin with. Rather than leading the charge herself, she was having Keiichi Maebara save Satoko. The mayor understood that she was doing this so that Keiichi Maebara would get all the credit. Because of that, he was very interested in this young Keiichi Maebara. He sounds like quite the young man. I can't believe that he's gone so far just to save his friend from an abusive relative. I know. He's one of a kind.
I'm not worried about the future of Hinamizawa as long as someone like him is around. I can die peacefully now.
Please, Mother, don't joke around like that.
It was worth living this long if I was able to meet someone like him. Take care of that Keiichi boy if something happens again.
You've grown so fond of him. Are you so mad at me for not having any boys? It was now 3 p.m., and I heard the announcement that the center was closing. The head of the office finally showed up in the room. He seemed like a totally different person. When I first met him, he had a cold attitude and responded to questions with blunt answers. But now he was much nicer and agreed with everything we said. I guess the power we held must have intimidated him. If I was alone, I would have never gotten him to listen to me. It's thanks to everyone's support that I'm able to talk with him now. I understand. I'm very sorry for all the confusion. We'll now take action immediately. Manager, please call Hojo-san's house right now. Yes, sir. Satoko. Finally! You're finally free! But what if she's dead? Teppei stopped kicking her as he heard the phone ring. He could ignore the call, but if it was someone from the Child Consultation Center, they might become suspicious of him. He'd hurt Satoko enough to leave bruises. He couldn't let them visit, so he had no choice but to deal with him over the phone. That's enough for now. You better remember where you hid the bank book by the time I come back. All Satoko could do was curl up and cry. Hello. Who is it? Good afternoon. This is the Shishibone Child Consultation Center. Again? Do you guys have nothing better to do? Why don't you stop calling me and work on your other cases? You're getting paid with the taxes I pay, you know. We're very sorry to interrupt you. One of our social workers will be visiting your home shortly. May I get permission for them to enter the premises, please? No way! We're cleaning the whole house right now. We can't have any visitors today. Come back again some other time. The consultation center wouldn't give up. Teppei wanted to hang up the phone, but if he did, he knew that they'd show up for sure. I was told that Satoko-san didn't come to school today. She's home, isn't she? If she's really sick, she should be resting at home, I expect. There's something quite urgent that I need to ask her. What the hell do you need her for? I'm her guardian, so I'll answer you instead. Are you refusing to put Satoko-san on the phone? I'm not refusing. I'm just saying that I'll answer your questions in her place. Can't you see what I'm saying? What's your name, anyway? I'm asking you one more time. May I speak with Satoko-san, please? Dang it! He thought dealing with the government officials was a bit like playing whack-a-mole. If you hit them hard enough, they won't show up for a while. But today, whoever was on the phone seemed so provocative and self-assured. Teppei sensed that they'd definitely come to the house if he didn't put Satoko on. And if they sounded like that over the phone, if they came to the house, they might be bringing along more than just a couple of people. For all Teppei knew, they might even bring a police officer. If they did, he couldn't turn them away at the entrance. He knew too well just how scary police officers could be. Look, wait a minute. I'll go and wake her up. Give me some time. He covered the phone with his hand and spoke to Satoko downstairs. Oh, Satoko! The Child Consultation Center wants to ask you something. Can you come to the phone, please? Even though he had just been beating her, Teppei was addressing Satoko in a sweet, phony voice. It would disturb people to hear him talk like that. Satoko knew that his sweet voice was the scariest tone of voice he had. She couldn't refuse after hearing him talk like that, so she obeyed him and went upstairs. Teppei grabbed Satoko's shoulders with all his might and whispered in her ear. No matter what happens, we're a happy family, right? Don't you dare forget that, all right?
Yes.
Remember, if you upset me, I'll destroy Satoshi's room. If you behave well, I promise you that I will never enter his room again. Is that a deal? Ha? Ha? He squeezed her shoulders even tighter. Satoko contorted her face in pain. We're making up now, right? Ha?
Yes. We're a happy family.
Teppei gave the phone to Satoko as soon as she nodded. He stood behind her, continuing to grip her shoulders tight. It was like a raptor gripping its prey with its sharp talons. Satoko Hojo-san. This is Harayama speaking from the Child Consultation Center. How's everything going so far? Are you having any problems with Teppei-san? Volume on the phone was low enough that Teppei couldn't hear what they were saying. However, he squeezed Satoko's shoulders harder and urged her to say something, because her silence could be interpreted as a negative answer.
Yes. Everything's working out between my uncle and I.
You don't have any problems with him? Sure, go ahead. Hello, Satoko? It's me, Keiichi. Are you okay?
Yeah. It's safe here.
Satoko, we're about to come save you. If you admit that you need help, the Child Consultation Center will put you under their protection immediately. It's not just the center either. The mayor of Shishibone City is supporting us too. Crazy, isn't it? It's all thanks to the Sonosaki family. Mion's grandma's doing all of this for you. Satoko always felt bitter towards the Sonosaki family because they were often the ones talking about her behind her back. She hated Oryo most of all. It didn't make sense to her that Oryo would do anything to help her. I know you went through a lot of hard times after the dam conflict. I didn't notice it, but you were being treated coldly for a long time. But I took care of all those people for you. No one will ever treat you badly in Hinamizawa again. I wish I could show you all the people that gathered around for the have gathered around the Child Consultation Center right now. Everyone from Hinamizawa is here to save you. They're even skipping the preparation for tomorrow's festival. Huh? Oh, sure. I have a message from the Sonosaki family. Mion's grandma said to say hello to you. She's sorry about how she treated you. She wants you to come and visit her house sometime. You hear that? She's on your side now. She went to see the mayor in person just for you. But you know, the same goes for us too. We've been coming to the Child Consultation Center every day since you were taken away. Everyone has been supporting us, and all for your sake. Now we have the whole village of Hinamizawa on our side. Hang on, Rika-chan wants to talk to you.
Satoko, it's Rika.
Rika?
Keiichi brought it all to an end for you. The people of Hinamizawa aren't going to be mean to you anymore. So no one will ignore you when we go shopping together. They won't treat you differently from me anymore. No one will treat you coldly anymore.
Satoko wasn't sure if she should feel happy or sad that Rika noticed how badly the villagers were treating her. All she could do was let out a bitter laugh. I can't believe that.
Indeed. I can't believe it either.
Rika? Satoko was surprised. She was surprised to hear Rika's voice sound so mature over the phone. She almost sounded like a different person.
When you were taken away by your uncle, I thought it was an unchangeable fate. I gave up thinking that there was nothing but a dead end ahead of us. I'm sure you felt that way too. But I found out that there's no such thing as fate. There's no dead end ahead of us. Keiichi broke that wall down and smashed it into a million pieces. Satoko, don't give in to misfortune anymore. We're almost there. All you need to do is nod your head.
But I have to get stronger.
That's because of how much you suffered. You're trying to overcome that. You felt guilty towards Satoshi because you hid behind his back when you were abused by your aunt. I know that you're trying to take Teppei's abuse as a form of self-punishment. I understand you're trying to get stronger as an apology towards your brother. I can respect that courage, and it shows how much you've grown up. Satoshi would be proud of you if he was here right now. He would pat your head. He would pat it so gently.
Nini.
Did you really believe what I just said? That's not good, Satoko. You're nowhere near as strong as Satoshi. Not at all.
Rika's words were suddenly toned with malice, penetrating Satoko's heart the moment she thought she was saved.
You think that taking this abuse will make you stronger, but is this really different from last year? You're just waiting here for Satoshi to come home.
You're waiting for him to come back and save you again. You don't even know what kind of strength Satoshi held within him. Satoshi didn't just cry and quake in fear like you're doing. He fought. He fought his horrible aunt. He fought in order to save you. Remember the sight of Satoshi standing up to your aunt? The one you cried in terror from, with his arms spread wide to protect you?
Satoshi was just as scared as Satoko was. All she'd ever seen was her brother's back. She had no idea what kind of expression he was wearing on his face. He didn't want to stand in front of his furious aunt, but he had no choice if he wanted to protect his sister. Satoko never once saw how scared he was, and she never once saw how courageous he was in spite of that.
Satoshi fought. He didn't just take the violence that was dealt to him.
Hi, Assault Shaker, welcome. I'm doing pretty good, how are you?
He fought it and struggled against it. I was no different from you once. I stopped fighting because I gave up. I stopped struggling against it. I chose to accept fate and quietly endure my pain. I thought it was a waste of time to seek help, just like you. I was waiting for someone to come along who would change my circumstances. But I decided to fight. That's why I'm on the phone with you now. I'm going to change this fate on my own.
Doing good, sorry if I couldn't join last stream. Oh, I hope she's recovering okay. Oh my gosh. And that's okay. I appreciate you dropping by today. No worries.
I'm going to persuade you to nod your head. Satoko, he's right behind you, isn't he?
Yes, he's here.
Look at his face now. See how evil and scary he looks. Realize how brave Satoshi was to fight back against that furious face. If you want to give something back to Satoshi, don't just take his abuse without seeking help. You have to do what Satoshi did for you. Can't you recognize that?
Satoko slowly looked back at her uncle, though she was afraid to do so. He was wearing an unpleasantly broad grin while gripping her shoulders so tightly. Doing good, better than yesterday. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I hope her recovery goes smoothly. Ah. Ultimately, it wasn't even really about dealing with her aunt or uncle. It was about dealing with her fear. Satoshi faced his fear. He could have chosen to run from it, or to sit and take it, but he fought for his little sister instead. He fought that fear and didn't falter. And what was Satoko doing? She believed that the violence she was suffering was the punishment she deserved. However, Rika wasn't wrong. Satoko wasn't trying to gain strength at all. She was only shutting herself out until someone came to save her. She wasn't doing anything on her own. She was only waiting for someone else to do something about it. Satoshi faced it. He faced this fear. That was his strength.
Are you scared? Are your teeth chattering? Are you feeling shivers running down your spine? That's exactly how Satoshi felt when he tried to protect you. You have to understand that. Do you know what Satoshi wanted from you? Do you know what he was trying to show you? If you don't know, Satoshi will never come back to you.
What's the deal? What's taking so long? Satoko was consumed by fear. Her teeth were chattering and she felt shivers running down her spine. And that was what Satoshi felt every time she cried.
Show us your strength, Satoko. Show Satoshi how much you've grown up over the past year. Show Satoshi that you've grown as brave as he is.
Rika, but I... Even if she asked for help that very minute, Teppei wasn't just going to disappear. Once she asked for help, she'd need to survive until someone physically came to her house to rescue her. Satoko ached all over her body. Her wounds were pulsing along with her heartbeat, and she could taste the blood in her mouth. It wasn't as easy as Rika made it sound. One nod wasn't going to solve everything at once. They had no idea how hard it was for her to nod. What did her Nini look like when he protected her? She couldn't remember his face, but she remembered the strength in his words. and she may have heard a little bit of fear in his voice. But even so, he still fought. He faced his fears and fought for her sake. Satoko was scared, just like Rika said. Her teeth were chattering and she felt shivers running down her spine. But she had to face him. She had to challenge him, to fight him, and to break the cycle.
Satoko, I'm going to give the phone to an employee of the consultation center. Tell them with your own words.
Yes. Yes.
Show me that courage.
Hello again. It's Harayama from the Child Consultation Center. Please allow me to ask you one more time. Are there any problems between you and your uncle? Satoko looked at Teppei again as she listened to the question. Looked straight into the face of terror. All she ever did was hide behind Satoshi's back. Show me that courage. It wasn't only Rika. Her Nini was watching her too. Excuse me? Could you please repeat that?
Help me!
The moment the words left her mouth, Teppei clocked his niece upside her head with every bit of strength he had in him. Satoko rolled down the hallway, still clutching the telephone receiver. Oh, Satoko! You finally betrayed me, huh?
I hate you! Get out of my house! This house belongs to my Nini and me! This house belongs to my family! I hate you! Get out of here!
You! You little...
Ah!
Satoko wasn't just going to take a beating any longer. Instead, she spread her arms wide and jumped onto her uncle. Of course, that wasn't going to hurt Teppei at all. Satoko was as weak as a newborn puppy to him. That was, however, the best attack she had at her disposal. Satoko was fighting for the first time in her life. She decided to stop waiting for somebody to save her. In the end, Satoko was the only one who could save herself. Enduring her uncle's violence had never meant anything at all. She had thought she learned something from her Nini, but she had been mistaken this whole time. What's with that look in your eyes, huh? I'm gonna push your front teeth in! But just as Teppei raised his fist, someone loudly hammered on the front door. Teppei Hojo, open up! This is the police! Teppei couldn't help but jump in surprise. It had barely been a minute since Satoko asked for help over the phone. Open up this door. If you don't, we're going to break it down. How did it turn out? How is Satoko-chan?
Satoko-chan asked for help! The Child Consultation Center is going to take action now.
But she's still in danger. Teppei might kill her for betraying him. We'd heard a violent noise right after she asked for help. In other words, Satoko had been brave enough to do that in front of her uncle. We have to get there right away. Can someone give us a ride? Several of the villagers who came by car started their engines. The crowd had started to realize what was going on. Dang it! We're coming as fast as we can, Satoko. Oh, don't worry about that, Maebara-san. The police entered the Hojo residence not a moment ago. They wouldn't have had any time to hurt Satoko-chan. What? But why? No idea. It's a mystery to me. Anyway, could you break up this crowd already? I'll be leaving for now, so excuse me. Have a good year.
Oh, she must have contacted someone as soon as he heard Satoko asking for help.
The police had surrounded Satoko-chan's house ahead of time.
I get it. They were suspecting him of Rina's murder. It all makes sense now. Wait, who's Rina? Get in the car, everyone. Let's hurry back to Hinamizawa. Oh, Rina's like dead. Okay. There were several officers combing the Hojo residence. Satoko was sitting by the porch, talking with another officer. She had some painful-looking bruises all over her face.
Satoko-chan, are you okay? Are you? Do I look okay to you?
Coach! She needs treatment right away! Let's take her to the clinic. Can you walk, Satoko-chan? Satoko nodded to the coach and stood up. It looked painful for her, but even so, I felt relieved to see her better than I expected. However, the cruel bruises inflicted over her body were all too horrible to look at. I'll never forgive that man for abusing a little girl like her. My body shivered in anger.
Sadoko. Did you see what I did, Rika? We can act when it counts. Yes, I saw your courage. You won. You broke the bonds of fate.
Both Rika-chan and Sadoko cried and hugged each other. I soon heard another car coming. I immediately knew who it had to be. It was Oishi-san's police cruiser. We should have acted more quickly. I'm sorry we weren't more help. No, don't be sorry. If not for you, Oishi-san, he would have done even more horrible things to her. Thank you so very much. I guess you could be a nice person sometimes. So how is she doing? The coach is looking after her. She was injured pretty badly. Oh, Kuma-chan. What happened to Teppei? We got him. Komiyama-san took him to the station.
So he won't come back to this house ever again?
It's not like he's going to get the death penalty or a life sentence. I don't want to think about it, but he might come back someday. Yeah, well, we won't let him. I'll make sure he can never come back to this village. Oh my, oh my. The successor of the Sonosaki family is saying such scary things already. You can't threaten him or anything, you know. I'm not going to threaten him. I'm just going to advise him that he should never come back to Hinamizawa or Okinomiya. Otherwise, something terrible might happen to him. Ah, I guess advice isn't too bad then. Nah, ha 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 ha.
So is Satoko-chan free now? Is that really it? Is it over?
I don't know. I think there'll be more issues to come. Once Teppei loses his parental rights, they'll need to find a new guardian for Satoko. Someone has to take care of her. But there's no need to worry. I'm sure that the Sonosaki family is going to back her up. We'll make sure Satoko's happy.
Irie took Satoko to the clinic. He says her injuries aren't as bad as they look, though.
Really? That's good to hear.
I wonder if she can leave the clinic by tomorrow. I wonder.
I'm sure those injuries will take more than a day to heal.
That's not what she's talking about, me. Tomorrow is the Watanagashi festival.
It's been a really hectic week, but if we can all go to the festival together, I think that'll be our happy ending.
Right. It'll serve as proof that we get our happy world back with our own hands.
Oh, we got. I agree. I'm sure Satoko wants to see Ket-chan's auction in action. Ah! I almost forgot about that!
Satoko will be coming for sure.
Before I knew it, lots of people from the village had joined us. They were the same people who came to the Child Consultation Center to support us. They wanted to know if Satoko was safe. Considering her injuries, safe might not be the right word. However, she is free from the curse of her uncle now. Her emotional scars will slowly heal. We'll be there for her as her friends. No, it wasn't just us anymore. The whole village is going to be there for her. The ghost of the dam conflict won't haunt Satoko any longer. It was a very long week. In this 1 week, we united, we fought, we overcame, and we won. It wasn't an easy victory. However, the price we paid was more than worth it. Tomorrow is the Watanagashi Festival, the biggest festival in the village. It's a huge event where we worship the guardian of this village, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama is a god who united two enemy peoples. The curse on the Hojo family has disappeared, and Satoko is truly going to be a part of the village. We'll all be playing at the festival together. This is a perfect happy ending. When our ordinary days were taken from us, we all felt so powerless. But now we have everything back. What else can you call that but a miracle? No, you can't actually call it that. Miracles can be created when everyone works together. What's impossible to do alone becomes possible when everyone joins forces. With everyone's power, we were able to make impossible things happen. And that is only a natural outcome of everyone doing their best together, so it's not a miracle. In other words, it was inevitable. The old legends in the village tell us that Oyashiro-sama made it possible for humans and demons to live together. I'm not sure what that story really means, but I'm sure that Oyashiro-sama made something impossible happen. We could be proud of what we did, and I'm sure Oyashiro-sama is proud too. Hey, Mayabara boy, we did it!
You pulled it off! It was worth showing up every day!
My supporters cheered me on. They were all glad that Satoko was finally safe. The sense of accomplishment at saving Satoko finally hit us, and we hugged each other, sharing praises for our struggle. But I don't believe that this is a happy ending because there's one more game. The more she got hurt, the more her heart became timid. The deeper her sadness became, the less she could enjoy happiness. The same time, the same world had repeated 1,000 times. The girl who had forgotten how to smile locked her heart away and isolated herself. When she noticed a light coming in through a gap, she raised her head. Did Pandora's hope ever really exist? Minakoroshi. With the courage taken back, the truth of the darkness can be revealed. The future she had given up on was now right in front of her eyes. Satoko and Rika-chan were already there waiting for me. While the injuries on her face, covered with band-aids, looked painful, Satoko seemed to be full of life. It almost looked as though her wounds were from playing too hard or something. So, you stayed at the clinic last night?
Yes. I told them I was fine, but the coach wanted to keep an eye on me.
If that's what the doctor said, then you should listen to him. I see. You were scared to stay at the clinic alone, weren't you? I heard there are lots of ghosts inside hospitals.
Satoko can't sleep without me. Oh, why can't you sleep without her? Why?
That's because Rika-chama is the only one who can give her comfort. No sooner had Shion finished that sentence than a bucket went flying into her face. Satoko started chasing Shion in circles like they were playing tag. I really missed this rambunctious fun.
I thought I'd never see this again.
I felt the same. We got it back. We did this.
I think you did the most. It was your idea to go to the Child Consultation Center, and you were the one who asked everyone for their support.
I agree. I think Ke-chan contributed the most. Most people in Hinamizawa know who Keiichi Maebara is by now.
Oh, is Keiichi-kun going to be a popular guy now? Is he?
I bet he'll be incredibly popular. Popular among old ladies, that is. I really envy him. I'd be fine with that if I could divide their ages by 3. Many people were wearing yukata. It was still June, but it felt more like it was the middle of summer. Once we finished climbing the stairs, we could see the festival and the crowd enjoying it. The Furude Shrine was packed with people, leaving the grounds looking nothing like their usual quiet self. Lanterns of various color were hung about, and people were swarming the various festival booths, giving the whole place an unorganized yet pleasant atmosphere. What a crowd! I had no idea there were even this many people in Hinamizawa.
Everyone comes to this festival. I think at least half the population of the village is here.
There's more than just them. The neighboring town councils and youth groups are invited too. I see. We only have a few students in our school. That explains why there are so many kids around today. Hearing the happy cheers of children is the best part of a festival. She's right. I'm in agreement there. There were lots of booths around too. They were by far the best part of the festival. Booths selling takoyaki, yakisoba, shaved ice, apricot candy, sauce senbei, chocolate bananas. There was a yo-yo game, a goldfish game, a shooting gallery. There were countless booths here. Those booth runners all came from the city. You can't call it a festival without festival booths. So we're going to have a battle in every one of them, huh? I'm not going to lose today.
Yeah, same here. Let's do it.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Am I the last one? Everyone's here now, huh?
Once our club gets together, there's no way we can just sit back and enjoy the festival.
Of course not. We're doing it again this year. This Watanagashi festival, for the 6 of us. Will be the battle of 6 evils.
Satoko, there's no reason to hold back this year. Let's enjoy the festival with all our might. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You don't even need to mention it. I, too, declare that I will be the victor.
Yeah, Satoko, you go, girl. Let's put everything that happened before tonight behind us.
Let's play with everything we've got. It's been a good week since we all got together.
Oh, it's been a good week. Yeah. Tonight we're all enjoying this festival to its fullest. As we ran around frolicking, a lot of people approached Satoko. Some were concerned for her injuries, some sympathized with how she'd been treated so far, and some even insisted that she could rely on them if ever in need. And all of that must have been disconcertingly fresh for Satoko, who wasn't used to it. Satoko said that all the unusual kindness was making her feel uncomfortable instead, but I knew she was just being shy. Right now, this was just what it took for Satoko to truly feel that the village... Village what? I'm slow reader. My, hello. You all seem to be enjoying yourselves. Hi, Rika-chan. I'm here like I promised. The festival sure has grown into a splendor.
Who's this guy? You know him, Rika? Akasaka's never there when I need him.
Huh? What are you talking about? Did I do something to make you upset? Nah, ha. While you were at the hot springs with your wife, things sure got hectic around here.
Oh, Rika-chan is talking with some strange older guy. I wonder if he's someone she knows. I wonder.
Who is he? Introduce him to this old man too. When Akasaka had arrived, I believed what it took to change fate was the power of an influential individual. Or so I thought, but it turned out that that was a misunderstanding. Individuals don't make miracles. Everyone must come forward to make them happen. That's why, when I thought I could defeat fate as long as I had Akasaka by my side, it was all in my head. Even if he had been there by my side, I'm not saying Akasaka was at fault. That's not the point at all. I may even considered him useless, perhaps. Even I'm rather astonished at my foul-mouthedness. Let's forget about such things tonight. It's been a couple decades. Why not celebrate our reunion instead? Hey, my Abata boy. I heard what you did. I heard about it too. I heard you fought Oryo-san with a sword until she finally gave in. Good on you. I didn't do that. We just had a peaceful negotiation. Still, I'm proud of you. You led everyone and actually negotiated with the center. Hey you, I'll give you some apricot candy. How many do you want?
Wow, Keiichi-kun. You're so popular today. I'm sure Keiichi's into old ladies too. I don't know what Rika's trying to say, and I don't even want to know.
Keiichi got a lot of attention too wherever he went. In order to save Satoko, he took the initiative, and hence his leadership abilities were now known throughout the village. Moreover, him persuading the village council and Oryo herself are now legendary tales of his heroism. Everyone had understood just how much Satoko had been ostracized by the whole village, and they had also understood how unreasonable it was for it to continue long after the dam war was over. Seeing Keiichi's efforts to break through that taboo so refreshingly was a glimpse of a new future ahead for the village, and its heroic deeds were praised by all young and old. With that said, now Keiichi Maebara had become the hot topic amongst the Hinamizawan people. Naturally, everyone wanted a glimpse of this Maebara Keiichi, and hence the bargain auction saw an unprecedented turnout. I just need to speed run reading this. Even though he started off red-faced, and once he got over his shyness, Keiichi showed his true colors, eliciting rapturous cheers from the crowd with his sheer energy and momentum. The Watanagashi of Showa 58 of that day became home to a special fervor that was never seen before. Now Keiichi has the admiration and recognition of the whole village. After this, I'm sure Keiichi will continue to steer the village into new adventures to come. Having such a young leader appear has made the village elders rather reassured. Oh, that's the guy who helped us yesterday. Thank you so very much for your assistance. Oh, I should have introduced him to you then. This is my Uncle Saburo, who's in the Prefectural Assembly. This is my other Uncle Ken, and he's in the City Council. Sorry that we were late yesterday. We got lost on our way there. No, you both were a great help. I was really impressed to see the power of elected officials. Well, we were chosen to fight in place of the citizens. Of course we're strong. We're glad Satoko-chan is safe. Talk to us again if there's anything you need. We'll be glad to help. They rubbed Satoko's head while they spoke.
Thank you very much.
Back to the main tent. Having been the last to rush in were the many influential Sonozakis. They were all folk we became indebted to yesterday. Except Satoko, everyone bowed their heads. Until just a few days ago, everyone present was someone who could have been bad-mouthing the Hojo family if they had sat down to drink. But Keiichi had broken through it all. Having reflected upon their thoughtless insensitivities, I doubt any of these people would discriminate against Satoko again. In fact, they bowed their heads, apologized for their actions, and promised their assistance if anything were to come up in the future. You must be proud of your son. Oh no, it's not really a big deal. Hey, Keiichi, we're here too.
Keiichi-kun's parents are here. Good evening.
I think this is the first time they've shown up.
Nice to meet you. I'm Keiichi's Meow Meow Rika.
Nice to meet you. My name is Satoko Hojo. So you're Satoko-chan. Such a poor little girl. Look at her face. You can make use of Keiichi if anything happens again. In return, what would you think about modeling for me?
Your father reminds me a bit of the coach.
Sorry, that's just the kind of person he is.
Still, he seems very nice and fun to be around.
Keiichi's parents were also at the festival. They were made quite the fuss of for having such a magnificent son, being the parents of today's big hero. According to Keiichi, since his parents rarely left the house from being busy, this was a good chance for them to interact with the villagers. Keiichi's father had proudly volunteered to make posters for the town council if the need ever arose. I heard from Keiichi the posters his father makes are so good that people steal them. I look forward to seeing just what kind of posters they are. Wild. This is the best Watanagashi festival I've ever had.
Yes, I feel the same way. You've been around a lot longer than me. If it's your best one, it must be mine too.
Oh, whoa. Still, I think this is the most fun and exciting festival we've had since it became known as Watanagashi. Hi, Gray, how are you?
The Watanagashi festival only became like this just a few years ago, didn't it? It used to be just a boring traditional ceremony that the Furude family held. And before that, it used to be something different. More like the things that Takano's interested in.
Oh, whoa.
Sorry. I'll try not to be mean to you today. Let's go have fun. The both of us. It's a special night for both me and you.
Sore from working out, but good. Oh, how's the story going? It's pretty good. Hang on, I need speedrun. I heard Hanyu whisper in disbelief, and only recently there was a world where Shion tortures Satoko to death. That horrific world. This happy ending world. It's all the same Hinamizawa. But yeah, it's good. We saved Satoko.
I'm sure the people who only know this world believe unwaveringly that Hinamizawa was destined to have a happy ending. Only Hanyu and I know. Only the bystanders I know. Oh, only the bystanders know that here in Hinamizawa, beyond a membrane so thin that it was even there. No! Which is why I'm certain that we understand better than anyone else just how much of a blessing this world is. If Keiichi and the others gave into their temper without fighting side by side, this day would never have come.
Yeah, they just like auto-skip this.
If Keiichi lost his temper, he would have committed a crime today. The same goes for Shion. She would be a criminal by today. In Rena's case, she would have already be 3 moves ahead and would have finished the burial by now. Only Mion never blew her fuse. I'm not sure whether to call it prudent or cowardly. Oops, that was uncalled for. Of course, there was actually a world where I lost it. I ended up getting myself killed. How hopeless. Anyway, none of these worlds were any good. We weren't able to take back our happy world.
Interesting!
Mion, the strongest of them all. So I'd given up hope, but nobody else had. We all united to bring about the miracle that needed to happen. A miracle happened because everyone united. Actually, no, Satoko didn't either. She always just dies. This might come across as self-aggrandizing, but I don't think there would have been a miracle if even just I had given up and denied unity. During the last call, if I hadn't taken away the phone receiver from Keiichi, I don't think Satoko would have sought our help. Rip Satoko for real. That's it, the miracle that couldn't have happened without everybody coming together. The miracle that wouldn't have been if even one of us had given up. Is thanks to Keiichi, who taught me how easy it is to break through fate. I, who had given up from the outset. If everything is fate, and there's a meaning to Keiichi's existence, just what is it trying to tell me? I already knew. The meaning of resisting fate and the means to fight it. Never again will I give in to fate. Not once more. The mirror opposite of what Hanyu told me. Not to hold expectations for anything. Even Hanyu must be able to cause some sort of miracle if she just believed without giving up. Or so I tried telling her, but she's stubborn, and at the oddest times, and evaded me with a simple ow ow.
I still don't believe this is a happy ending. I don't. Because otherwise, what is the point of the last game? I am confused.
Faded notebook.
Oh, well, okay. I just got the little, like, achievement pop-up from Steam, and it says, is it really okay to call this a miracle? Oog.
Faded notebook. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good men of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Even God doesn't know when he will descend once more. He is constantly prepared for that day to come. Have faith in your God at all times. Your God doesn't even know when he'll see the light. Do not spare any effort. Study hard every day. Have the passion for discovery. You never know when you'll be rewarded, but the day will come for sure. Until then, you must let the fires of your passion burn bright. Hifumi T.
Who is Hifumi? Huh? Okay, well. Fascinating. Who is Hifumi?
Anyway, we're gonna swap over to drawing now. I am very confused, but ending for real. And it's not over yet, because usually, at the very last chapter, they just, like, they don't prompt me for a save. So. I mean, like, I guess Watanagashi is, like, just started, which probably means that something's gonna go down after. Destruction is imminent, literally. Okay, drawing stream time. Let me... Let me turn on music. I have decided we're listening to hip mic music today because it is Ichiro Yamada's birthday and I'm going to doodle him later. So, might as well be on theme. Let me know if that's too loud. Can I not shuffle this playlist? Oh, I can. Okay. Yeah, birthday boy. My boy, my son. I think it's a bit quieter. Okay, I can do that. Pretty good. I've adjusted it. Let me know if you want it a little quieter or not. You know, so Ichiro is the character that we went to the birthday cafe for. It's good, okay. And people were doing rap battles while we were there, which was fantastic, by the way. Amazing. And this was like the most prominent rap because it's his first one and everyone likes it. That's so good. I know. It made me so happy, like, one, to see fans of this series that I don't normally see, because you know, there's no, like, official English localization, which means it's really hard for non-Japanese fans to get into it. Except Korea has an official localization, so it's a little easier for that. But, I don't know, it's just so cute, you know? I feel like I have a brush for this. I just need to find it. I would for real just grab and flip it. That's a smart idea. I should have done that, but I am not smart, and it's too late now. Respect the grind, thank you. I try, unfortunately. Anyway, have you done anything fun these days, Gray? Or just the usual? There. That'll do. Mostly the usual. I've been waddling around like a duck this week because I did too many lunches. Oh no! That is pain. Drawing Sanji, let's go. Was that the... Is it the one you posted on your Instagram story? I think I saw Sanji there. Looks good, thank you. I need to find... I'm gonna cover most of it, which is quite upsetting, but it's fine. The trad one for funsies. It looks so good. Your trad art is so yummy. Haven't done it in so long, but it looks so good. You know, I went to Hongdae yesterday, which is like, dare I say, the like tourist capital for young people in Korea, because it's like in front of a university. There's a bunch of stuff there. And I guess that's the place you go if you want, like, merch. If you're an anime fan, you know? But we went there yesterday. And they had just, like, an entire store in the mall. Like, one shop that was just dedicated to One Piece. I should have taken a picture. But it was like small. Like, it's not huge store. But it's still a store. Just entirely One Piece themed, and it was great. Look, Unemployed is redesigned but lazy. It's okay. It happens. Take your time. And yeah, it's very nice. I didn't get anything from there because the only things that I wanted was they had these, like, what do you call it? Where it looks kind of like, you know how when you do anime art and it's like the sketches with the colors? Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I just like... Sorry, my brain is like not working right now. But like, anyway, they had those. Vaguely, yeah, I'll see if I could find like an example later, but like they had those and I was like, ooh, but they were kind of expensive, so no. I can conjure it, yes. I'm so bad at explaining things, it's ridiculous. Like, I wish I wasn't, but alas. I just say the things with the thing and hope for them. Literally, same. That's the best way that I know to explain things. Yippee! Is that you, Avery? Yippee! Okay, we're done with the thumbnail. Buster Bros, exactly. Because it's Ichi's birthday today. And I went to doodle him. I don't know if I could do a full art. Because I have other things I need to work on, but we're attempting a sketch at least. Okay. Let me see. If I can find what I'm talking about. I'm trying so hard to find this thing. Wait. Yeah, Ichiro, let's go. Oh, you listen to the play songs. Nice. Okay, this is kind of the best thing I could find. So it's like this, you know, where it's like the sketch and then they have like the different colors. So they were like character arts, right? Like full body character arts, but then they had like all the colored things that made me think like it was for the anime. Yeah, like the cell art. They had those and they were like framed and they were really cool. But they were also expensive. Yeah, those are usually authentic cells that are drawn out. Yeah. It's like, I understand, but I want. But alas. That is the crunchiest. Okay. Just gonna open a couple images, I think. Local heterochromia boy, exactly. Feel like that is definitely one of the reasons why I like him a lot. One of many reasons, though. He's great. Grab an anime screenshot too, I guess. Better collab, got a good amount of likes. Yeah, for sure. I think I opened my phone like yesterday before I went to bed, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of notifs. I'm glad people like it, because we worked hard on those. It's great. I am pleased with how they turned out. RW fun getting lots of notice. It's true. It's true. I'm glad the other people liked it too. My parents were also impressed. I showed them. We've truly come far. For real. I want his hand there. Just make it big. Weh. Imagine when we used to do sketches of random stuff in a mini contest. Who did the theme better? Oh my gosh. I have a lot of the old art that we sent each other. I guess I have like your side of them. Chibi one of the guy with the soccer ball? I do not remember drawing that. Maybe there's a reason that I don't. Every piece you've sent me. Yeah, I have everything too. Some of them are on my wall. Some of them were on my wall back in college, so I haven't put them back up yet. And I have some in a drawer as well. Summon them from the depths. I'm scared. I made a sift through all the old letters to find the one drawing Moria did for me. Oh my gosh. Wait, I have a memory of drawing Moria, but I don't remember how it turned out, and I'm scared. It was pretty good, are you sure? He's a weird shape. He is. Iconic though, truly. Old, very old. Pair-hearted old every pieces, dude. Dang. Art collector. Honestly, as you should be. You probably have more of my old art than I do because I went through a purge and like yeeted all of my old sketchbooks. No, it was a couple years ago. I just recycled all of them and no one noticed. It was really funny. Oh, me? Fear? Got of a bunch but kept a lot of really iconic stuff. That's fair. Pretty sure I have to look through again. Ooh. Amazing. My pride and joy to it's OG art. Honestly, it is like a big flex at this point when you've known like like an art friend and then you have their old stuff. Because that's how I feel about stuff with you too. It's like, look at this. Pretty sure I have like all the letters too. I keep letters, so my old stuff is there. That's how I feel about mine. All of them in a yellow envelope. Nice. Mine are in a drawer. I have like 2 sets of drawers. One for like keeping non-art or letter stuff, and the other one is for like art and letters. One is for junk, I guess. This duality of your old stuff to me is peak and iconic. Yeah. It's no one wants to see their old art. But you want to see your friend's old art. It's just how it is. I'm gonna switch this to the mic because I do not want to draw the Buster Bros hand sign. It's fun to see how people's styles progress or develop. I'm sure. That's fair. I think it usually depends, right? Being called bad by boots, that's horrible of them, truly. How dare they? I'm still mad about that. Because it's like the style influence at a certain time is different, right? Like, I think for me specifically, you could see very early on the clamp legs of like proportions be like this. Yeah, the clamp legs. Yeah, I still kind of have that. Not to that extent anymore, but like I still do. But then for a while I was really into like Takeshi Obata, and then I think some of the facial proportions carried over from there. Back when I also drew necks like this, where they're like long boys. Giraffe people, if you will. It just like depends. I don't know if the Obata is still there, but it just like depends. Some things change and some don't. You can see it in the coloring. Oh, interesting. Because I think the one that I tried to take influence from ultimately failed. But like serif coloring, still don't know how they do it. Makes me angry. From JoJo to on stairs and got whiplash. That's so valid though. I also did an on stars phase. I think the eyes I think. I could be wrong, though. Yeah. It's wild to me how popular else.This is now. Like, when we went to the anime stores yesterday, I saw so much else.This. It was just like, I turn a corner and there's else.This staring me in the face, and I was like, please! Spare me! So it comes out and I like drawing mouths and the fact they do lineless. Mm-hmm. else.This will haunt us for life, literally. It's like, please don't take me back. Searches the shelves for Mamu merch. I didn't buy any though, because their selection was actually like not like, they had a lot of stuff, but it was mostly for the mainstream anime series, which makes sense, but a little sad for me because I wanted Hit My merch, but they didn't have. They had a bunch of like the random, like, I don't even think they were figures. I think they were like acrylic standees, but they're like random. Boo, literally. So I was not happy about that, but what can you do? They were kind of expensive too. I was like, what? I'm not paying like $5 for a random acrylic standee of someone that I might not even want. Or no, it wasn't even a standee. I think it was like a button. I don't even. I was like, no, I'm good. But you draw the eyebrows, bringing back to when my style was no eyebrows. It's okay. I used to do that too. And now I am eyebrow everybody. I feel like most people go through a no eyebrows phase. It's like weird. Brows and mouth, my beloved. Fair. Alright, how do I draw your mic, sir? Round. Mike, yes. Very important to the entire plot. No mic, no hypnosis. Exactly. That is how it works. What is this one? Is this new? No, it's not. I just don't listen to the women, I guess. Sounds like Chuoku. It is Chuoku. Oh wait, that's the hood. Your color sketches you do? Thank you. Appreciate it. I should do them more often, but I don't. I don't really have an excuse. My only excuse is that work will be picking up in a little bit because I've taken on a couple new series. But it's fine. I have more time to art? Not even though, because like the job that I quit was like one chapter maybe every 2 weeks. So it didn't even, and the chapter took like maybe 20 minutes max to translate. So it's like, I say I hope I have more time, but in reality, that just means I could pick up more work from the other job. So it's like, it is fun. It is fun. But I think, especially when starting a series from chapter 1, it's a lot of work in the, like, first month. No complaints, though. As long as they pay well, yeah, they do. They do. No doubt about that. We take anything over customer service. Facts. I don't think I could like survive customer service. I get so nervous just talking to like people on a daily basis. It's pretty bad. Like, so one of Pero's friends' families invited us over for dinner because we'd had her friend over. She's an exchange student. So she didn't have anywhere to go for break. And so we were like, oh yeah, you can stay at our house for like
however long you need until the break ends. And so they invited us over for dinner. And we went. And we spent most of our time with Pero's friend, not the adults. And so when they were driving us home, her dad was driving us, and he was like, oh, you know, we haven't gotten to talk to you. And I was just like, yeah. Silence. So bad. Why is talking so hard? Real, it's such a struggle. Such a struggle. It's horrible. But yeah, story of my life, basically. People equals time to shrivel, literally. Me and Avery both. Small talk isn't my favorite, and then if I try to talk about what I like, they either have no idea what I'm saying or don't know the jargon. That's so fair. It's so hard. Like, I'm sorry I don't share interests with you. Can't really be helped. Were they a casual fan? True. Get intimidated when you just go off. I've had that happen. It's hard. It's hard being a fan of something. Not discussing works of art. If you could tell the difference between impressionism and post-impressionism. Oh my gosh. Art student vibes. Not gonna laugh at someone's golf jokes. I exist in a complete brain rot. I feel that. I also just like don't understand golf.
think the one scarf I could Scarf? What? Brain? Hello? The one sport I can discuss about is soccer, and that's all. And not even, like, very well. Dad loves to say par for the course. I have no idea what that means for so long. What does it mean? I don't know what that means. Means typical. Oh, huh. Par means with your... I see. Interesting. I've learned something new. Wii Sports, the only reason I understood. You know, I played the Wii Sports, not the actual golf, but the frisbee golf. And even then, I just liked throwing the frisbee, so I did not learn anything from that. Did we not listen to this? I'm so bad at it. Oh, I was bad at it too, but I still liked it. I think we listened to this already. Give me something different. We listened to that too. Hello, playlist? Okay. Frisbee launches the opposite direction. Oh my gosh, I remember one time I was playing frisbee with my aunt and uncle, and I threw it, and it ended up hitting some random person in the face, and I felt so bad. I cannot aim a frisbee for the life of me. Bad at any sport but running. Hey, running is valid. I can play soccer, but I play defensive positions, so like if you ask me to go run, I'm like, what if I didn't? Wait, we listened to this too. Why is it just repeating? Please. Give me something different. My shuffle is broken. Hang on. Okay, it's just completely broken. In that case, I'll just pick a song. Their hypnosis ain't working. Facts. I'm immune. Wait. Osaka Dream Midnight, yes. of removing layers cursed. Yeah, it happens. It's because I drew in the wrong layer though, but it's too late now. What? That's not what I wanted to do. I rarely listen to the full version of this song, but banger. Putting in a lot of effort for this one, yes. Because maybe that'll entice him to come home when I gotcha for him. Please. Hoping. The chokehold gotcha games have on me is pretty bad. I swear, they're just gonna keep playing the same. I'll pick the songs myself. Where? This is my brain turn off song. Who die for? Yes.
僕の互いやネガティブエンプティ書類を手にして眺めるメイブリッジ横浜の間柄裏切らない仲間当たりじゃないからなそのために死ねる何か見つけてない奴は生きるのにふさわしくない To die for 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 特に覚悟はできてる OK To die for ライムとライフ
You don't need that.
ライフルに
Alright.
To die for 横浜が
There we go. My Ichiro.
To die for
A little more.
To die for
Cutie, yes he is. Alright. Save that. And then I think that's where we will end for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. Hopefully I will see you guys next time. Alright. Bye-bye.